Oh. Stinks. I hope you guys aren't afraid of heights. Gas in here about burns your eyeballs off. It comes out. So that's what we got to clean out today. You can see the door above the auger at the bottom over on the left. I'm being careful not to breathe any of the gases coming out of here because they're very toxic and they can make you go unconscious. And it'd be very bad to go unconscious up here. So today is the day that we finally got to clean out the corn harvester over at the main farm. We've been fighting it off and on over the last couple days and trying to get enough feed out for the cattle. And today was the day that we finally got to open up the manhole and climb on in and shovel it out. Now, we were climbing around on the inside, and it's really not a good idea. I do not advise it, and you shouldn't do it. However, if you do it, like we do, you should take a couple precautions to make sure that you're protecting yourself. And one of those things that we did was that we opened up the top and we opened up the bottom, and I actually put the chute down into the harvester itself, and we hooked up the 40-20 and the blower onto it. So now we can actually feed into it with the 40-20 and blower. But we actually used it for, what we used it for today was we turned it on the entire time that we were in there to make sure that there was a constant flow of air, because right on the outside of the door on the harvester it says that there are presence of toxic gases and to not climb in because they will cause immediate unconsciousness and death. And you want to be very careful about that, because I actually know a couple people who have gotten into the toxic gases before and it's gotten them unconscious, but they never died from it, thankfully. But it's just something that you have to be very careful of, because it's one of the more dangerous things on a farm. So we hopped in. We had the help of an auger that swings around on a swivel point in the center of the harvester, and that's in there to kind of keep things rolling, I guess you could say, because as you start feeding out corn, you get down to the bottom, you have a backwards cone on the harvester, and what that auger will do, or what you can let it do, is let it go. You attach it to the door, and then when it becomes time to start using it, you can release it, and it'll start running itself around the outside of the harvester, and that'll help you feed out until it gets to the point where we were today. My grandpa put a new roof on the silo back in 2013, right before he passed away, and back then it had been leaking quite a bit. The roof was, so we had a huge mound of petrified corn left, and needless to say that when we had to clean it out, it was not fun. So what we decided was that every year we're just going to hop in and clean it out, because what we did today was nothing in comparison to what we did that last time. So every year now we plan on feeding out continuously, so every year now we plan on cleaning it out, and at least when we can get it clean out, because not every year I guess you're going to be using the same amount of feed, so you might not be able to get it empty. So we got her all cleaned out. Now we're going to start pumping her full of shelled corn and start feeding out of her that way. I think that's about it. So be sure to subscribe and to stay tuned to kind of keep in touch with how farms work. See you next time, guys. Smells like fresh watermelon.